My calendar looks manageable, but by 5 p.m., I've been productive for maybe 3 of the 8 hours. The rest was transitions. That was a manager describing a cost that nobody schedules: 5 meetings, 2 blocks of project time, and lunch. 8 hours, reasonable by any standard. What the calendar didn't show was the 15 minutes after each meeting where his brain was still in the last conversation. The strategic work he'd built up all morning, dismantled the second the first meeting started, never fully rebuilt in the block that came after. There's a number that gets cited in productivity circles. It takes about 23 minutes to fully refocus after an interruption. What gets cited less often is that 23 minutes is the average for neurotypical brains. For a lot of neurodivergent professionals, the toll runs higher for two reasons. First, the mental models are often bigger. A designer I worked with didn't do analytical deep work, she did visual. She'd build a spatial model in her head: the layout, the relationships between every element, the way the whole composition held together. It took her 45 minutes to construct. A single Slack message collapsed it in seconds. Not because the message mattered, but because her working memory couldn't hold the model and process the interruption at the same time. One had to go. The model always lost. I started dreading notifications, she said, not because they were bad news, because everyone cost me 45 minutes I'd never get back. She wasn't being dramatic. She was doing accurate accounting that nobody else could see. The second reason: the ramp up itself is more expensive. Getting back into a complex model isn't free for anyone. But for a brain that builds in high detail, the reconstruction is most of the cost. You're not resuming, you're rebuilding. So what helps? Stop budgeting your day by the meetings and start budgeting it by the transitions. 3 moves. First, batch like with like. Group the shallow, switchy work together and quarantine it away from your deep blocks, so the expensive model only gets built once. Second, protect real deep work windows the way you'd protect a meeting with your CEO. No notifications, no quick questions, doors closed. 90 uninterrupted minutes is worth more than a fragmented afternoon. Third, when you do get interrupted, write down where you were before you respond. A one-line breadcrumb cuts the ramp-up cost dramatically because you're handing your future self the thread instead of making them find it again. Your calendar is more expensive than it looks. The transitions are real, even though nobody scheduled them. Budget for them and stop wondering where the day went. I'm Don Aish, and you can learn more at thepartthatdoesn'tfit.com.